All right, we are recording. So now I'm gonna have my seat here at my table. I hope my light is good.
Ask me what I'm doing, just grinding. Haters wanna hate, let them hate, never mind them. Be more bins, tryna reach the next plateau. And I can't stop till I see my toes. Keep a couple feeds inside the photos. So official with the vibe and can fuck up my zone. Hold on for a minute, let me count mine. You know. Ask me what I'm doing, just grinding. Haters wanna hate, let them hate, never mind them.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's your boy Marcus D. Porter. And today I kind of want to talk to you guys about how I found my studio and why I have a studio. So let's go ahead and get into it. So pretty much I just want to talk about the reason why I decided to open up my own studio. It's always been a dream of mine to have my own studio, a place where I can shoot clients, people. I always saw other photographers shooting on colorful backdrops, doing all kind of creative elements and things inside of a studio setting. So it's always been a dream of mine to be able to have my own space, or even to utilize a space indoors where I can shoot those type of photos. Also, I love shooting outdoors, but there were days when it would rain or it was too hot or too cold outside, and I really didn't have a place where I could take my clients to shoot, especially when it was like last minute or a day or two before the shoot and we had to change, maybe the date or whatnot, So being able to have a studio, you give your clients that option to either shoot outdoors or inside a controlled environment. I love having that flexibility, and I see that, in the colder months, I do a lot of indoor studio shooting, and it's just something that's worked out for me, and I really love it. So another reason why I wanted to have my own studio space is because I just wanted to have my own space, man. I just wanted to have a space where I could just come into work like a 9-to-5 job, but it's like my own building, my own little space, my own office where I can just come in and grind and just get to work, man. So that's another reason why I wanted to have my own space, so I could wake up every day and come to an office like it's a regular job, but it's my job and it's a job that I really enjoy. So that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to have my own studio space. So let me just go ahead and get into how I found not only this studio space, but the space before this studio. Some of you guys may have seen that I used to be at another space, and it was a big warehouse space. And it was a real cool space. It was very open. I found that space researching off of Craigslist, and that space was like 1,700 square feet, and it was like $700 a month. It was great at the time because I got a good space, a big space for really cheap. It had heat throughout the whole place, but it didn't have AC in the warehouse portion. And so I moved into that space with that, knowing the mindset of that it wouldn't be AC during the hotter months, but that was just a risk I took. It didn't work out as great because I wanted to kind of put my own AC in the warehouse, but it got shot down. And so I eventually had to move out of that space because of the AC issues, and I wanted my clients to feel comfortable. I did find a workaround, but if you pay for something, you want to make sure it works out the box. And I just wanted to make sure that if I got a space the next go around, that I wanted to make sure that it had not only heat, but also AC, which leads me to my second space, which is this space here. Before COVID, I was able to close down the other studio right before COVID, and I was utilizing a place in Memphis called Prop Seller, which is an awesome space, by the way. And it just gave me some time to kind of think about what my next move was going to be. I knew I wanted to move into another studio space, and I knew what my budget was, but I did not want to move by myself. I wanted to make sure that I had a team of people around me that maybe had similar goals or visions that we could all partner together on and kind of move into a space together. And so I decided to look around, and I really couldn't find a space. I searched through Craigslist, Google search, LoopNet, and the other like commercial online stuff, Facebook, Marketplace. I even rode around the city to find those different for lease signs or even for sale signs on different abandoned warehouses or spaces to see if I could give them a call and leave my information to see if I could find a space that way. All those ways in trying to find a space or studio space became a little difficult, man. You know what I'm saying? It was very difficult to find a space. When you left a message or sent the email, you really didn't get too many emails back. So it was just real hard. So a lot of people always ask me, how did I find this space here? How I found this space was through a client. I had a client that booked me for a session in this actual building. When I shot for her session, we were just talking and I was telling her I'm looking for a new place for my studio. And she suggested this space, and she kind of showed me around the building, kind of introduced me to the property manager of the place, the leasing manager. And I came by and took a tour of this space and kind of liked, what I saw, and the rest is history. I've been in this space for about 5 months, I believe, 4 or 5 months, and it's pretty cool. We do have AC and heat, and with any space, you're gonna have some type of issues. You're gonna have pros and cons. One of the things I don't like about this space is that the ceilings are a little lower. It's not the fault of the property managers or anything, but the ceilings are a little low. I would prefer higher ceilings so that way I could put my soft boxes a little higher than what I would like, but I found a workaround. So it still gives me the ability to create some things, some great content in the studio, as you can see here. And I really enjoy it. And so this go around, I am pretty much here with other people who are leasing out the space to also build their businesses as well. And then I'm also renting out this space for other photographers and videographers to rent out this space, to help build their business. What I've seen in other cities, and I'm in the city of Memphis, Tennessee, and what I've seen in other cities, there are so many cool and creative studios, and I look in Memphis and it's not that many. There are some out there, but when you look online or when you look on Peerspace, you don't really see too many creative options to where you have studio spaces that are very open for renting to photographers and videographers. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to kind of have my own space, okay? And so I'm pretty thankful that I got this space, and by having this space it's really helped me to be able to generate more income, even though I do have an overhead and taking care of this big bill for this space. But I do have people leasing out this space. I am renting out the space, which kind of helps and kind of offsets that, that expense, okay? And so, maybe I'll do a video on that later, you know what I'm saying? But this space is real cool, and it's about 1,300 square feet. The rent is a little higher. Well, I'm not gonna say a little higher, it's way more higher than my previous space, which was $700. And this space is around $2,500 a month. It's very steep in my books, but I'm here doing what I gotta do, okay? The goal is to work with other creatives in this space and see if we all can build our brands and build our clientele. And then hopefully, at the end of this lease or the next year or a couple of years, we can expand and move to a bigger place that we would prefer, and see if we can just, hopefully grow together, The whole goal is to, just pretty much, have a space where photographers and videographers can have a home. And so that's pretty much what this is. It's a home for you guys to come out here and rent the studio and shoot your clients and have happy clients and make bank, okay? I know a lot of people ask me, how did I get this space and how did I find this space? And so I just kind of wanted to share just some quick, little things on how I found this space. And, even though I looked on Craigslist and I looked around and made phone calls and sent out emails, I kind of stumbled upon this place through a photo shoot. And it was a client that actually referred this space to me, and I wouldn't have known anything about this space. I mean, I've passed this building plenty of times, but I would have never thought to have a studio in this location. So if I had to give you some tips on how you could find a studio space in your city, you can look through Craigslist, you can look through the Google search, LoopNet, the different commercial real estate sites. You can contact a real estate agent, which can possibly help a commercial real estate agent or a real estate agent. And you can look on Facebook, but I think one of the greatest ways that you can find a studio space is actually, besides riding around looking at different signs, is to actually talk to your clients, man. Talk to your warm market. Talk to the people on Facebook that's in your city and see what they know. I mean, I feel like, you know, like ET say, or the greats say, we're like 1 or 2 or maybe 3 people away from, you know, that connection. And so if you know, just communicate to your people, your following that's in your local city, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's your clientele, just reach out to them and let them know, hey, I'm looking for a studio space and this is what I'm looking for. And I'm pretty sure that they know you're probably about 1 to 3 people away from a great contact in finding that great space. So there you have it, guys. I just wanted to share something on how I found this studio space and kind of why I decided to open up this space. So make sure you guys subscribe to your boy, and I hope you guys like this video. Peace out.